Hi guys, Leanne Holitza here. I see you all out there in the world. I see that you guys are catching on to the to the YouTube avenue, getting on there. I could see all of you guys. So hi everybody. Just know that my list is a little bit different than your list, and I'll go down it as fast as I can with the individual readings. Let's see, couple announcements. It's almost December, and which means we are almost to the end of 2022. Oh my goodness. Good. So on the 30th of December, we will have our affirmations and intention writing workshop that we do for this first half of 2023, which that's always fun and interesting. And we do use cards and that kind of thing. And then we're only having one sound bath this month. So it's going to be next Sunday at 5 p.m. So on the 4th. And then of course we'll have our new moon on the 23rd and our group stuff. But that's pretty much what's going on around here. Um, okay, so for those of you who have played before, you already got it down. But if you would like a card, just type me, please. What we're going to do is we're going to do a weekly spread first, like what the week's about for all of us. And then we'll do, we're going to use the secret language of color cards for the personal readings. We'll do a 1, 2, 3 at the beginning. So for those of you who watch later, or if you're watching live right now, that'll be the start of your personalized information. We have our friend the black agate today, which is really nice and soothing, brings a lot of nice energy to release tension, that kind of stuff. And I got some new sprays in and elixirs in from Lotus Way. This is Wild Abundance. So we'll get some Wild Abundance on for ourselves today too. Okay. It smells like beautiful flowers. um, all right, so let's see what the week is bringing us here. Okay, we're going to start off with, okay, feeling disconnected. And that's something that couldn't definitely happen this time of year. Feeling lonely, feeling by yourself, feeling like you have to do it all, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is our helper card. This is our mindful card. Where are we receiving and giving support? And give ourselves a chance to just really settle into the fact that maybe we could make some adjustments. When we are in healthy relationships, we are better together. We are people we couldn't be without each other. When we're depleting each other, then it's a good time to separate for a minute, if only. Okay, and then beginning of the end of next week, you're going to begin to get on this path. You're going to begin to feel like you know what you're walking towards. So just start off with a little relationship cleanup awareness for the week, and then acknowledge that throughout the week you're going to have an opportunity to get on track. Okay. All right. So let's do 1, 2, 3 and see how that pertains to our overall reading. Hi, everybody. I see you all. Like I said, my list is a little different from depending on where you're coming in from, but I will get to you. But here's how we play first. 1, 2, or 3. Now, this is where you start your own personal reading, okay? Set some intention, resonating with what number, and then this is going to be your first card. Okay, if you picked 1, you're going to get red. Free yourself from pain. Okay, so this week, and with a secret language of color cards, you actually can use the color. You can surround yourself with the color. You can, in your mind's eye, picture the color running through you, that kind of thing. Okay, if you picked 2, you got ruby, which is rejuvenate your body, not just restore it, but rejuvenate it. So focus for the week. And if you pick 3, you got brilliance, which is discover your own brilliance, which is discover your own gifts and who you are, which can happen sometimes when we're cleaning up relationship spaces. Okay, here we go. Hi, you guys. I see you, Annie. I see that you figured out how to at least get onto Facebook. So you're at the bottom of the list at the moment, but I will get to you, I promise. Okay, Rob, we're going to start with you. Here you go. Your first card for the week. Turquoise, awaken your empathy. Okay, so be aware that you don't have to necessarily get into something with somebody. You don't have to feel their feelings, but just have some empathy for those around you who may not be necessarily doing as good as maybe it appears on the outside. I'm also seeing that you don't have to take care of it or fix it either. So just be aware of it. Okay. All right. For you, CC, this week. Hope you had a nice time too. Thank you. Peach. Inhale the breath of life. Okay, so this is going to be about really taking it slow, going at a pace that helps you enjoy life. Which, by the way, you guys, if you hear a card that resonates with you, it probably is also for you. The guides like to kind of come together as a group and give you messages. So for UCC this week, slow down, take some deep breaths, maybe even do some breathing exercises just to kind of bring you in alignment with that path that's coming at the end of the week. Okay. All right, Cynthia. Okay, if you picked 3, then it's doubling down on you. This brilliance card is saying discover your brilliance, discover your gift, discover the things that come easily to you, and find the people around you to help you enhance that brilliance. So their brilliance is enhanced while your brilliance is enhanced. That's kind of the call to action for you this week. Resourcing yourself with people who can support you in the ways that you need. Okay, Barbara. You got Scarlet, which is attract success. Now, this is about magnetizing. Okay, so the feminine energy is magnetic. Masculine energy is putting things out, and feminine energy is drawing things in. Okay, so you're drawing in right now this week. You're going to open your heart up and you're going to let stuff come to you. Okay, all right. So magnetize yourself. Use that feminine energy. All right, Tiff. Gold, attract abundance. Okay, so here you go. This week is a good week to, again, this is a feminine energy, attract, magnetize. Watch your thoughts, your guides just said. Watch how you think about things, because sometimes what you think is what you're getting instead of what you wish you were getting. Okay, so get yourself in awareness about that. Okay, all right, Vesta, you got white, which is it's time to lighten up. Take things too seriously. The white helps kind of loosen up the density, especially in relationships, which seems to be the theme this week, is about relationships and cleaning things up. So lighten it up, don't take it so seriously, and soften what you have to do next. You don't necessarily have to do something intense to set new boundaries. You could just gently set new boundaries. Okay. Kimberly, you got purple, which is developmental clarity. So working on your mind and your focus. I'm hearing focus, focus, focus. So whatever you are focusing on is what you're going to create more of. So just be aware that your mind is your creator. And so you want to be in alignment with what that might mean for the week in regarding cleaning up, giving and receiving spaces. Okay. All right, Kimberly. You got silver, which is be persistent. Okay, so this week, just get at it. Don't worry, things are getting cleaned up for you. Just keep your end of the deal by going forward. Okay, so persistence is what you're gonna have for this week. Congratulations on your new place. All right, Janice, it's good to see you. Mauve, enjoy clear hearing. Okay, so enjoy the ability to hear from other people's words, especially these relationships. Hear their tone of voice, hear what they're saying to you, hear what they're asking for, and see if you need to clean up how you were asking for things too, and listen a little bit better this week. Okay. All right. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you got plum, which is overcome your challenges. So this week you're being invited to let that happen and kind of come through in a different way. And the plum helps kind of give you some resilience and kind of see how you have been resilient and everything that you've been through in your life. And that resilience doesn't have to be efforting all the time. Okay, and Matthew, you got pearl, which is strengthen your connection with the divine. Okay, so be aware that there's energy that's beyond you, that's stronger and more collective. Remember that energy of feeling kind of alone and you have to do it all. You don't. And then you have a lot of unseen helpers too who want to help and they just need you to ask. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Going down the list. Diane. You got pink, which is let love in, open your heart, even the back part of your heart. So the heart chakra in the back, receiving love, trusting that the people who want to love you are doing their best to show you that they love you. It's just hard sometimes. So I'm also hearing don't think of it as needy to ask for love. Okay. It's okay for you to ask. Okay, Janelle, good to see you too. Thanks for coming yesterday. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. Okay, so deepest inner knowing, let yourself acknowledge that you really have some truths inside you that are bubbling up. Think of this week as especially as we apply this to relationships, it's like understanding where your support is truly coming from and allow more of that. Okay. I don't know if you saw your little orb there, but got a little unseen helper saying, yep. Okay. Donnie, yours is apricot, which says rejoice and lighten up. So similar to the white stuff, the white card that we got earlier. This is like letting yourself acknowledge that there's been maybe some holding on or some excess tension that is not serving relationship space. And so this would be a nice time to celebrate each other, celebrate the people that you love, and be with them in a light space as best that you can. And if they're taking things too seriously too, you can ask them to lighten up as well. Okay. Blossoming lotus. You got attract success too. The second time we've seen that. Oh no, sorry. Attracting a relationship. Oh, I can't believe I misjudged that. I just saw the red. Look at attract a relationship. I think your guides are giving you a little bit of a hint. Um, so maybe focus on what that might look like this week and just start being more open to that idea since that suggestion, there's your little orb, has been coming through for you. So can't make this stuff up, you guys. Kalina, oh, you are also attracting relationship, and I shuffled that. So see, so guides will start to kind of clump things together. And this is a way sometimes to just recognize that you are not alone and that you are being seen and your requests for understanding are coming. The guides are trying to clarify for you. So this week, just kind of think about what kind of relationship. So this week is a relationship week in general. So think about what you might want, what might feel supportive to you in your space. Okay. Tanya, you got Azure, protect yourself. Okay. So this is, remember your tools of protection, your psychic protection as well, because those psychic energies can get really congested if you're not doing a regular practice of cleaning yourself up and your energy up. Okay. So this week is a week to consciously put yourself in a protective bubble, arm's length around you in all directions, and keep yourself protected. Okay. Robin, got turquoise for you, which is awaken your empathy. Second time we've seen this card today. So this is, you don't have to rescue, you don't have to clear out, but it is a good time for you to be able to say to yourself, I am in the middle of something and so are you. And I have empathy for that and myself. Okay. All right. Erin, no littles today. Chocolate, nourish your body and soul. Okay. So this week would be a good week to focus on what would feel nourishing to your physical health. Okay. Especially any, rest, and I'm seeing water, not necessarily drinking water even, but like bathing in water, being around water. That might be a good thing for you this week. Okay. All right. Christy and Kira. Christy, you got mauve, which is enjoy clear hearing. We just heard that a minute ago. So listen to the words of nature, listen to the words of the unseen world, listen with your ears, but also with your metaphors. Okay. This week there could be a week of metaphors for you. Kira, oh, I shuffled. Third time we've seen it too. Enjoy clear hearing. Okay. So you're both working on that this week, and this is a good week for you too. Let me just pull out, because it always makes sense once we see a card 3 times. I'll pull out the little prayer for you about it. So here's the little prayer for you to say to yourself and everybody now, because it's come. Divine intelligence, please allow me to listen and to apply my divine wisdom. Okay. So sometimes you just need to get out of the way and listen a little more clearly to the higher truths. Okay. All right, Blair, your card is lemon. Access innovative thinking. So especially in regards to relationships and support and giving and receiving, you can shift it up. It's okay to be doing this a little bit differently. Okay. So give yourself some space to do it a little bit more in alignment with kind of a different way, knowing there's different solutions. Okay. Natalie, you got lavender, body, mind, and soul connection. So really efforting this week and asking yourself, how is this serving my mind? How is this serving my body? How is this serving my soul? And see if you can make sure that all the things that you're doing, especially relationship wise, are aligning you with that mind and body connection. Okay. Jordan, your focus this week is pink and letting love in. Second time we've seen that one. So especially letting love in where, maybe you have been used to not seeing it, and give yourself a minute to just kind of acknowledge that. Okay. So that you may have not been letting love in. This week would be a good week to watch out for that. All right, Miranda, Strengthen your faith. You got lilac. Okay. So trusting that things are going to work out, being in alignment with being curious rather than definitive about things, especially when it comes to relationships. Have a little faith this week. Okay. All right. Barbara, I'll throw one for Patty since I already threw one for you. You got attracting. Okay, Patty, time to lighten up. A little white, taking things a little too seriously. It's a good week to kind of let yourself off the hook as far as density goes and play and loosen up a little bit, especially in your expectations of others. Okay, Heather, be persistent. Heather, you got that card that Kimberly got. Keep going. You put your skin in the game. The universe will meet you there. Okay, so keep going with whatever you're working on, whatever you've been asking for. It's on its way. This week, though, it might be not till the end of the week where we saw the alignment with the path that you'll start to be able to feel like it's working. Okay, so be persistent. Sam, you got Emerald, which is calm your mind, body, and soul. And this I'm hearing actively do that. Like do it on purpose, not just like numb out, but actually come to a space where maybe you could meditate this week or come to a place where you can, there's your little orb. Just get to a space where you can kind of hear yourself in a calm way. Okay. Gina, you also got chocolate, nourish your body and soul. Okay. So doing things that feel nourishing to the physical form. Again, I'm seeing water. So for whatever reason, the chocolate card is also bringing in water this week. So, little time in the hot springs or a little time in a bathtub or something along those lines. Okay. Okay, Astrid and Kim. Astrid, you got Cherry. Live an extraordinary life. Okay, so this is like let yourself see how extraordinary your life has been. Maybe it's a little bit extraordinary in a dramatic way that you didn't appreciate all the time, but it can be amazing and it can unfold in positive ways too. So aligning with that as best that you can, especially this week. Okay, Kim, for you, you've got Coral, allow flow and synchronicity into your life. So ask and you shall receive. And so watch for your path to be unfolding under your feet this week. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm hitting the Facebook people finally. Here's Danielle. Danielle, you got orange, which is time to nurture yourself. Okay. And I'm hearing emotional nurturing the most this week, especially in regards to relationships. Not everybody has been able to love you the way you need. And this week will be a good week for you to nurture yourself and take care of yourself the way you need. Okay. All right. Kim, you got attract success. That's the second time we've seen that one. So this magnetizing, letting it come to you. When you walk in a room and you say, come to me, instead of I've got to go get something, I'm going to let it come to me. Okay. So this week, a lot of feminine magnetism. Okay. Best way you know how. Andrea, you're focused on the gray this week, which is learning to scan your body. This is learning to just kind of feel in where you're holding tension or emotional stress. And then you can run some gold through those spots and let just in your mind's eye, run some gold through those spots and break up that tension so that it doesn't become a problem later. Okay. Okay. Corin. I'm probably saying wrong. Sorry. Rejoice and lighten up. Okay. Second time we've seen this. Peach, don't take it so seriously. The world can be a lighter place if you let it. So give yourself a lighter week this week, especially when it comes to relationships, because that's the focus. Lighten up your standards, lighten up your standards on yourself. Okay. All right. Sarah, you got let love in. That's the third time we've seen that. So we'll do a little reading on that. But this is just where you're blocking your heart chakra, where are you blocking the way people want to love you and then telling yourself nobody's loving you because you are being loved. Okay. So here, listen, divine love, pour your healing light into my heart, softening it, purifying it, and rejuvenating it so that it is shiny, loving, and full of enthusiasm. Okay. So let that happen and let yourself see where love is just being offered and you're not letting it in. Okay. Sometimes we think we have to earn it or that somebody might have an agenda, and that can be why we block it. But okay. Okay, eat 100 foods. You also got to track success. Third time's a charm. So this is also a theme for us this week for everybody. Magnetizing things to you. Make yourself feel into how wonderful your energy is and then make an invitation to others to join you there. All right, here's your little prayer. Divine Spirit, please infuse me with energy of persistence, confidence, and success. You've got this. You've got this. Okay. Annie, sorry, I couldn't figure out YouTube channel. So just hack for you guys, if you go to the YouTube channel and you hit subscribe and then the bell button, subscribe gives you a notification of when I'm coming on to, and then so the notification tells you when I'm live, but you can put comments onto the YouTube channel, and before Facebook makes you wait till we're live. Okay, enjoy clear hearing, Annie. So this is the same thing this is the fourth time we've seen this. Listen to the signs around you. Listen to what the universe is trying to say. Listen to the words of people. So if you heard something 3 times from some different sources, it's probably meant for you to hear. So especially when it comes to, like, new learnings or new perspectives. Okay. So listen this week, listen. Okay, Nicole, you got coral. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. See yourself in a flowing state, and see how the universe is meeting you in the spontaneous. Okay. The in-between spaces are kind of uncomfortable when we're waiting for something to happen, but that's where the synchronicity can come through. Okay. Seth, you got overcome your challenges. You got plum. Okay. So this card is inviting you to spend some time this week facing your challenges and overcoming them and knowing that you can. Okay. All right. Carrie. And I still see you guys. I see you guys hanging out there. Okay, Carrie, time to lighten up. Okay, I think this message is coming to all of us too. Third time's a charm. Time to stop not taking things so seriously, hanging on to things. Let me give you your little prayer. It says, I give myself permission to lighten up and experience ease in my body and soul. Life doesn't always have to be a struggle. This week, you're being asked to lighten that struggle up a bit. Okay. All right, Karen. Rainbow, connect to the fairies in nature. Okay, so get outside, go play. Notice where there's like the sparkly stuff, the little things that kind of just shine and grab your attention. Okay, so give yourself a little bit of time to just be in the curious realm. It doesn't have to all be about people. It can be about your relationship with nature as well. Okay. Gina, watermelon, have a little fun with your inner child. Go out and play. Go out and have some fun. Okay. All right. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Eli, your card is create a balanced life. So Violet. So this is letting yourself into a relationship with yourself, balancing your relationship with yourself and balancing your relationship with what you want to be creating going forward, especially in regards to a sustainable life. Okay. All right, Andrea. Tangerine. Be spontaneous and have fun. Like, that's what I think the message seems to be this week, you guys, is relationships, having fun, being playful, all of that good stuff. So just let yourself relax into that. Okay. All right. Let's see. I got Heidi. Heidi, you got Azure, protect yourself. So this is for you also to remember there can be even psychic protections that might be needed to put yourself in alignment with maybe how that feels as far as feeling like you can just bounce things off of you and you don't even have to do anything but just be really bright, shiny light. And that kind of breaks up the darkness. All right. And Kayla, let love in. Fourth time, you guys. Everybody's work on your heart chakras. Work on opening yourself up to love. Work on seeing love in the eyes of strangers, even smiles. Everybody wants love. Everybody needs love. Let more in. It doesn't have to all be exploitive. Okay. All right. Well, believe it or not, I've made it to the end of the list. If you're hanging out and you haven't typed me please yet and you want to play, you want a card, feel free to plug in me please. I will say to you guys that the quality of energy is shifting. And I don't know necessarily if it has to do with it coming to the end of the year. If 2023 I mean, it is promised that 2023 is going to be a little bit different than it's been in a while, which I guess would be a nice relief because it's kind of has felt like we've been struggling quite a bit. But also just kind of acknowledging that it's a good time to just kind of reflect and reset, especially towards the end of the year, so that you go into the year mindful. And you don't have to do that on January 1st. You can do that throughout the whole month of December. You can kind of start closing up things you don't want to bring with you into next year, and you can start putting some effort into what you want. So yeah, okay. The guides are asking me to throw a card for that information. So how everybody can kind of prepare for the week. So I'm going to do another 1, 2, 3 since we have some time. Okay, 1, this is going to be your end of the year card. Okay, your end of the year message. 2 and 3. So this is what you want to focus on if you're working on things. Okay, so strengthen your faith if you picked 1. Okay, so work on trusting that things are going to work out in your favor, that kind of thing. If you picked 2, you got lavender, which is body, mind, and soul connection, and working on that same question that Natalie got, which is, is this good for my mind? Is this good for my soul? Is this good for my body? And if the answers are no to any of those, maybe do it differently. Okay. And then if you picked 3, awaken your passion. So that would be to get more into your magnetic energies that we were talking about. The purples are more about self-authority, where the reds are more about attraction and magnetism. Okay. So you kind of think about yourself in a space of authority for yourself, and give yourself some time to acknowledge the flow that can happen when you let it come to you. I mean, I think that's why the Let Love In card kept coming up, is a lot of blocked heart chakras keep abundance from flowing in, because it's like, oh, can't have it. It's got to be in a very specific certain way, where it doesn't necessarily. It can be in a way that has flow, if that makes sense. So giving yourself a little bit of an opportunity to reset. I will say, you guys, that I really am loving these Lotus Way lines. If you don't have something to support yourself as far as keeping the frequency up, I would highly recommend looking into it. No matter if you come to me or you go somewhere else, if it's a stone buddy, if it's a spray, if it's a tincture, if it's something to just keep you in that, okay, I'm saying hello to my higher frequency. I'm continuing to check in with that, because the more that we do that, the more we get kind of like the meat from the universe, right? But if we're just kind of grinding away, a lot of times it's kind of like reading a book while you're driving down the road. You're missing all of it, and you might get a little car sick on top of it. So give yourself a little bit of an opportunity to look up, see what's going on, pause a little bit, be more aware, and even ask questions of what you're noticing. So like, you can just do it in your head. It can be like, let's say you pass by and you see a big giant bird up on the light post. You can say to yourself, is that for me? Was that a message for me? And what is that message? And see if you can hear that clear hearing thing message that we got, which is the universe is always talking to us. It's kind of cool, actually. Um, Also, just trusting. I know that we have been in kind of a grinding away, trying to like get through and just survive space. And the guides have very much been like, we live life. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be like, nourishing as best that it can. And we've been kind of psychologically torturing each other. Lots of judgment, lots of cruelty in different ways. And it's really important to kind of align back into that kind heart and that space where you can settle in and just appreciate. Next year I'm going to add some fun events to the healing studio if you're local. I mean, like, just playful stuff, that instead of just everything being so serious, just like playing intuitive games or practicing, guessing what card's going to be pulled next, or sharing some abundance with each other. That kind of stuff is something I'm planning on doing more of next year. More fun, more lightening up, like you guys were all getting. Okay, well, I think we did it. We got to all of you. If I missed you, you have 30 seconds to type me, please. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing end of November, and I will see you in December next week. Same time, same place. I'm grateful for all of you.